Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to identify the duplicates records in or duplicate values in SQL data sets. Okay. So let's say if you are trying to fetch the data from any of the database. So in most of the interview, they may ask the questions, how to identify the duplicates in SQL datasets. So this is very important questions and there are many ways. So we will see one by one all the ways how to identify. Okay, let's say first one is using group by. Obviously, so group by we can use to get the count of values. And let's say if any value is getting duplicated, so you will get the count more than one. Right? That's kind of logic we will build here. If I say select and then my let's say if I select the table, so here I will select the column as a roll number. Okay, so this is how, let's say I have a query. If I bring the only roll number and I have to identify if it is getting duplicated or not. So what I will do, I will use group by on the roll number and I will get the count of roll number. If you want to do this kind of things for the complete records, you can use the star here. Okay. So star is representation for all column values. So you can do the same thing on the entire record also to check whether in any table has duplicate record or not. Okay. So roll number, count of roll number, and here I will say group by roll number. So obviously it should give us the count of roll numbers. Okay. If we get the count more than one, that means that record is getting duplicated. So if you want to filter the data, you can filter the data, but obviously we cannot use where clause with aggregated functions to filter the data. So you are supposed to use the having clause, and here you can pass the roll number is greater than one. Okay, if you write query like this, you will get the answer. Okay, if I run this, you can see here we are getting the roll numbers which are getting duplicated. This is the one way. Another way is even you can, if you have to check for the duplicates, meaning from the same column, this is the way. But let's say you have a unique column of roll number and then you wanted to do the check for another column like name and all. So there you can use self join, but for the same column we cannot. Right. So let's say, but there is a way. Okay, so by using self join also you can find out. So this is the one way, because we need to take the count, and if you want to use the self join, it is needed to have the one unique value column, and that I don't have. Okay, so my roll numbers are also getting duplicated. That's why. Okay, we will do this, but we will change this roll number and all. In that case, this is possible. Okay. So now let's say we'll show you how to do that. But before that, we have to use. So we have to see more ways. Okay. So even same thing we can do, but with the help of common table expressions like CTE. So you can say like this using CTE, and if the query is same, but you are just going to give the temporary name. Okay. Let's say duplicates as, and this is what my query. Right. Okay. So with duplicates, what it says, no column specified. Okay. So I don't want to specify the column here. I am just giving the temporary name. Okay. Let's say if I use this with duplicates, will this work? No. Okay. So whatever we did earlier, it was correct. Right. So here, once you are done with these kind of things, so you can use roll number and let's see here, I will use the alias as count. So here I will write select star from now table name we changed to the duplicates where count is greater than 2. Okay. So if you don't want to do the filtering here, you can do the filtering in the next statement also, meaning by using CTs. You don't need to go and filter the data. Yeah, you can filter the data in the main, instead of main query, you can filter the data into the, let's say, okay, there is nothing greater than 2. So I should say count should be greater than 1. So these kinds of records you will get, and here by using the CTA also you will be able to, but yes, here also you are going to use the group by. Okay, so from the same column, if you want to find out the duplicates, this is the way. Group by is the one way. Even what we can do, we can let's say we can use the row number also. So let's see how we can use the row number. Okay, the fourth way is that row number, and let's say with, I will say row numbers. With row numbers, I'm going to use the city here, row numbers as, and query is, if I say select a roll number, comma, then row numbers. Okay, this is what the function I have to use. But over the what? This is a window function. So we are supposed to use, and then we should go and we should do the partition by. Okay, so I will say partition by, if I say roll number. So partition by roll number, I'm going to do this. Okay. Then from which table? So we have to say from employee table. Okay. So this is what the over clause I used. And if you want to sort, you can pass the order by, and also like this, I can write order by, okay, roll number. So it is not necessary to use this, but yes, if you use this, that is even better. Okay. So like this, I have written a query, let's say, okay, with city I used, but row number function I'm going to use here. And now what we will do, we will go and we will try to find out the duplicates in the subquery, because this is what the main query. So here I will say select roll number from row numbers, and we have to take the count of what? All. So if I say count of all the records, count of all the records. Again, group by will comes in a picture, even though we used, but here we use the group by differently, where okay, I have not given name as I will say row num, where row num is greater than 1. Okay, meaning what it is going to do is actually it is going to give the row numbers. And let's say if the row number, let's say for one roll number, if you have multiple records, what it is going to do is it is going to assign the row numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, the number of times that roll number is getting exist, right? So If it is greater than 1, so what we can do? We can say that is getting duplicated. But yes, again here we need to use the group by. Group by, I will say roll number. Because in this query, I am going to group the data because I wanted to take the count of records by the roll number. Okay. It is meaning the way is different, but yes. So these many records are there: 102, 103, 107, 108. So these are getting duplicated. So same result we are getting here in this way also. Okay, so if you execute the internal query, what you will get, you can see that here you can see 101 is one time, 102 is 1, 102 is second, right? So row numbers are getting assigned for the duplicate. And for, let's say, if you want to see if any of the row number which is greater than 1, meaning let's say for 102 row number is greater than 2, meaning greater than 1, right? It is 2. So it says it is greater than 1. And if it is greater than 1, we are going to group and we are going to take the count. It says 1 because there is only one row after the first row number. That's why. Let's say if you have 3, 4 rows, in that case, it will show like that. Let's say if you have 3 rows, it will show 2 here because we are suppressing data here, which is greater than 1. Right. So if I use greater than or is equal to 1, so in that case, you will get the exact count, the way earlier we were getting. Okay. But the problem is what? You will get the duplicate data also. Meaning, you will get the data with unique values. That's why we cannot use is equal to. Okay. But yes, this output again shows you the duplicate roll numbers which are getting duplicates in my data set. This is the fourth way. Right. Even you can use the subquery, but again the question is remain same. You are supposed to use the group by. Group by is the main part to take the count, and if you take the count, you can use the different ways. Okay. Even we can, what we can do, we can use the count and dense rank also. Okay, not dense rank, but rank at least we can say rank. Yes, rank is we can say. So window function with rank we can use. Okay, so if I say rank, okay, this is what the thought comes in my mind. Okay, if I say select roll number, comma, then here we can take the count of let's say this. Even rank I can assign, right? So if I say rank, only rank function I will use. Over clause I will use here, and I will say partition by, obviously partition by roll number we need to do because we have to find the values, duplicate values from this roll number column. So if I say order by, again roll number, okay, as rank. Okay. So what will happen? Even yes. So what we can do? We can use the rank. Rank we are using, let's say rank underscore. And if I say from employee, okay, let's see what output it shows. So it is giving me the rank, right? Rank 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 for all. But what I want is, let's say 107 is here, 102 is here. So rank should get updated. Okay, but this is not getting updated. Okay, so rank is generated, it is fine. But if we take the count of rank, so that will return. But again, if you want to take the count, the same thing will comes in a picture. So instead of this, because same rank will be assigned to the same value here, we can take the count of rank and all that kind of things also we can do. But instead of this, okay, let's say if I take the directly count of records over partition by roll number. Okay, in this way also, if I write like this, so what it will return? It will return the count. Okay, and if I say, okay, so if I get the count, let's say 102 is existed two times, 103 is existed two times, then 107, 108 is existed two times. And if I apply the filter here, okay, if I apply the filter here, so here I will say as a count, again, we need to use the subquery or something like this. So here I will make this as my subquery, and here I will say select star from this table as, let's say, duplicates. Okay, the internal query, meaning the subquery, I'm treating this as a new table. Okay, and then I can apply the logic here, where count, or let me say count underscore. Okay, because I don't want to use the name. So count underscore is greater than 1. So using, let's say, what we can say, we using window functions. Window function. What kind of window function? So using aggregated window function. Aggregated window function, we are able to find. Okay, and here you can say if you don't want the duplicate values, so you can say select distinct. Okay, so this will return us the unique records. Okay, so these values, these many values are there which are getting duplicated. Now, how to use the self join? Okay, let's say this will work, but in the different scenarios. Let's say we have a name column. Select star from employee. Okay, and if you have one column which is unique, but let's say meaning roll number is unique, and in that case, if you want to find out the name is getting duplicated or not, okay, so there only you can use, in that scenario you can use the self join. Otherwise, for the same column values, we can't use self join. Okay, so now what we will do, we will add a few records to the employee with values, meaning names are getting duplicated. Let's say if I say insert into employee, and if I say values, okay, what and all values I should, before that I already have results set in front of me, so I can pass the data. Let's say 111 is my roll number, A is the name, then okay, so Java developer is a designation, and here at last I will say department is IT. Okay. So if I say IT, done. If I run this, so one row is getting affected. Now I will do the same job for 102. 102. Sorry, 112. Here I will say Power BI developer. Department is again IT. Right. Then I will add one more 103. Name is C. And here I will assign the designation as a Python developer, and department is IT. Okay. So now we have the records. Okay. Few records. Select star from employee. Okay. So now we have few records in this table where roll numbers are different, but names are same. And if your task is that you find out the duplicate names, okay, meaning the duplicate names, where roll numbers are not same, in that case only you will be able to find. If the roll number and name both are same, then that record is getting duplicated. So that is, I mean, that we can remove directly with the help of distinct and all. So that is different. Okay, so scenario is changing here. So I will use the self join now to find out the unique values. So let me say select. Okay, select, I will say roll number from employee E1. Okay, and I will do the joining operation to the again employee as a E2. Okay, roll number. So this is what getting the confused, because self join used both the tables are same. So I will say E1 dot roll number. This is what fine on the basis of, okay, let's say. So now you can give the two conditions on. Let's say if E1 dot name is equal to E1 dot, sorry, E2 dot name. Because what we are trying to do is, okay, we are trying to check whether name is same or not, meaning the names are getting duplicated or not. But roll numbers should not be same. Okay, then and then only this query makes sense, or meaning this logic makes sense to use the self join and all. So here what I will do, I will say, and I'm going to give the another condition like E1 dot roll number is not equal to E2 dot roll number, and this query will return us the names. Okay, actually this should return me the names which are getting duplicated. Okay, so you can see that ABC is getting duplicated, and if I say select distinct, so only three names you will get. ABC. So these three names are getting duplicated where roll numbers are different, right? So this is how we can build the logic. This is how we can build the logic to find out the duplicate, or to identify the duplicate data. Okay, so in these many ways are there. Okay, so let's say group by using self join you can do, by using CT, by using row number, by using aggregated window functions, you can get the results. Even by using subqueries I have shown. So subquery is, again, let me write here. So same group by we need to use as a subquery. Then we will get by using, I will say using subqueries. Okay. So where is my first query? So this is what my query. And let's say if I wanted to return the roll numbers, okay, I return the roll number. This is what the subquery, meaning this is what I'm going to make as a subquery. If I say select star from, okay, star from employee, where email, not email, okay, what is my I used here as a roll number, right? So roll number and roll number in, and if I pass this, as a subquery, this statement as a subquery. So this will return the list of roll numbers, and we are going to check what and all roll numbers are there which are getting duplicated. Okay. So you can see that 102, 103, 107, 108, again 102, 2, 3, 4, 5. These four are getting duplicated. So I will say here select distinct to get the unique values instead of getting the duplicate values or duplicate result. So these four numbers are getting duplicated. So in this way, we can use the subquery also. Even we can use exist statement also here. If I use exist, okay, and exist, so roll number exist. I think in this way, no, or with all and any, we can use even I can use any operator here also with roll number is equal to this. Okay, so this is also going to return us the values which are getting. So in you can use any, you can use in and any, both are working in the same way. Both are the logical operators, and both are using or internally or operator to apply the conditions. So any we can use. Okay, exist is not going to work. That is used, meaning this will return this result of this query based on if anything exists in this subquery or not, on the basis of that. So we can use in operator or we can use any operator with the subquery to find out the duplicates in this way. So these are the 6 ways we can use to find out or to identify the duplicate data set, duplicate values in a SQL. So I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Please do not forget to share this video with your friends so that they can learn the SQL with easiest possible way with web chat.